The Daily Wire has a new superhero movie called The Hyperions, and my producer said I should answer some ridiculous questions about superheroes. So I'm going to let him ask the questions, and I will tell you what I have to say. If I had a superpower, what would it be? It's hard to say. It would be something that resulted in my sleeping with Gal Gadot. That's all I can tell you. My origin story would be that I drank a radioactive glass of scotch and was given the power to drink even more scotch. Do I think my superpowers would go to my head? I would. Yes, I would be like Gollum. I would be like, the guy who doesn't get rid of the ring. Whatever the power is, I would use it to the worst possible advantage and ultimately become a little shriveled character talking like this. So yeah, it would destroy me. How many criminals could I take on at once? Well, I'm taking on the entire Democrat Party now, so I don't think it would be any less. Would I dress in superhero clothes or would I wear normal clothes? I have been seen hanging out in some bars in tights and a cape, but that's a whole different matter. No, I think I would actually, I would like to dress in normal clothes, but I would like that thing where you rip open your shirt and underneath it there's a gigantic K with a little note saying there's no E and Klavan at the bottom. If I were a crime fighter, who would the criminal I was fighting be? It would be some really super evil, disgusting, kind of crawly person, probably Brian Stelter or somebody like that. Well, I got to admit now, here's a serious question. I have to admit, what would be my mode of transportation? This is a serious question because I do have a little bit of a Jones for the Batmobile. I do like to drive. I am a good driver. And to be able to drive at, 150 miles an hour and then put on a parachute and open up with a machine gun, that would be basically my dream car. Yeah, so I'll take the Batmobile. Who would my greatest enemy be? The same as now. It would be Nancy Pelosi. If I had powers, would I use them for good or for evil? What would happen is I would use them for good, and then slowly I would become very impressed with myself and kind of prideful and just think that I was really almost like a god, and then I would devolve into evil and finally end up in the gutter, destroying myself. If I had to be one superhero who already exists, who would it be? Well, it would probably be Superman, A, because he's virtually indestructible, and B, because Lois Lane, she's okay, especially in the later movies. What superpower do I think the other Daily Wire hosts would have and why? Well, obviously, Ben Shapiro would be kind of like that guy in the X-Men who's like the big brain, right? He likes the big brain stuff. And Knowles would be invisible. Oh, no, wait, that's what I would want him to have. I would want him to have invisibility. I'm not sure what he would want, but as long as he was invisible, I wouldn't care. And Matt Walsh would just have the ability to keep a straight face while saying ridiculous things. Now, that would be his superpower.
Please shut the hell up.
Who would play the superhero version of me in a movie? Well, it would have to be someone who really looks like me. So probably like the young, Robert Redford or Brad Pitt or somebody like that. There'd have to be a real resemblance. Who would be my sidekick? I'd want it to be like kind of like a dwarf with a limp and a funny voice, and then every now and again I could just smack him around, say, stop following me around, as sidekick. Was I into superheroes growing up, and am I now? Good question. I was into superheroes growing up, and then an interesting thing happened when I was about 12 years old. I discovered girls, and then superheroes didn't matter to me, and they've never mattered since. And the reason for that is I am a grown-ass man.
Oh, grow up.
The Daily Wire's new movie, The Hyperions, is available to stream now exclusively for Daily Wire members. Become a Daily Wire member and watch The Hyperions now at Daily Wire.